Having your photos taken can always be a little bit nerve-wracking, especially when it's for your business. But it's not your fault that you don't always look great in photos. I can remember one of my very first photo shoots after becoming a professional photographer. I asked my husband to take my pictures so that I could see what it would be like on the other side of the camera. And it was a totally awkward experience. Without him directing me or telling me if things looked good, I started to feel worse and worse about myself, and it totally showed in the photos. It was definitely a great lesson in what not to do. Hi, I'm Erin, and on this channel, I share with you how to build your confidence so that you can be bold in your business and your life. Look, chances are no one taught you how to pose, and no one taught the person taking your pictures how to direct you properly. Not to mention, the camera really can add 10 pounds. So it's no wonder that you don't love photos of yourself. Today, I'm going to share with you my top 5 posing tips that I have used with over 500 entrepreneurs to help them nail their photos and look and feel amazing. Tip number 1 is posture. Growing up, your mom probably told you to stand up straight, and mom was right. You definitely want to be up as straight as possible so you look long and lean in your photos. Also, make sure to keep an eye on the tension areas. We all tend to hold tension in our shoulders, our forehead, our mouth, and our hands. So while you're up straight, you still want to keep those shoulders down and relaxed, hands relaxed, and face relaxed. Keep in mind whatever is closest to the camera is going to look larger. And you also want to add dimension to your photos, because if you're just standing straight on looking at the camera, that's going to add a lot of width to your body. So standing up straight, pushing your shoulders down, and taking a step back to put the weight on your back foot is going to give your body a whole new shape. Tip number 2 is keep that chin out and down. In my studio, we often call this turtling. You may have seen it done on some of the modeling shows, but it's done so much because it definitely works. So one of the first things people do when they see a camera come up is they kind of recoil in horror. What you want to do is bring that chin out and drop it down, and that's going to get rid of any double chin action you've got going on here, and it's also going to make your eyes appear larger in the camera. Hint when you're doing chin out and down is to make sure you keep those shoulders relaxed. Tip number 3 is triangles, and nothing spells boring photo like a bunch of up and down lines with no dimension. Triangles not only add dimension, but they also add visual interest. In fact, if you take a look at some of the beauty magazines that are probably laying around your house, you'll start to notice triangles in almost every photo. Placing a hand on your hip is a great way to create a triangle, and if you do it properly, it also helps your waist appear smaller. The way to do that is to make sure you come on top of your shirt and find the smallest part of your waist to place your hand. Remember, keep those fingers soft. Tip number 4 is to tilt your body forward. Not only will that help your lower body to look smaller because it's further from the camera, but studies show that photos where you lean in and look into the camera are more engaging and instill trust in your viewers. Tip number 5 is smile. If you have an awkward smile or you feel really weird smiling for camera, one of the best things you can do is close your eyes, relax your face, have your photographer count to 3, and on the count of 3, open your eyes and smile. By doing it this way, you don't have enough time to overthink and do that awkward, weird smile that you might be known for. Another great smiling tip is to fake laugh, and you can have your photographer do that with you. We do it a lot in my studio. If everyone's fake laughing, eventually it turns into a real laugh, and your photographer can capture that. If you're ready to learn all my best posing tips from 10 years in business as a professional photographer, grab my Get the Shot guide. Click the link in the description to grab your guide. It is over 60 pages full of all of my best tips and tricks. Now that you know how to pose, be sure and head over to my video, How to Dress Your Best for Photos, where I walk you through exactly what to wear for your photo shoot.